the other thing is that there's another mechanism that I don't think people recognize exists enough that provides incentives for developing drugs into medicines without patents. It's for drugs that are off patent, and it's called data exclusivity. So it's a very important, different tool that doesn't require patents or IP, that if you are the first to make a drug into a medicine that's off patent, and all the classic psychedelics are off patent, and we've done a lot about the anti-patent strategy for the uses of it. But if, for example, we make MDMA into a medicine for PTSD, we'll get automatically 5 years of data exclusivity. And what that means is that nobody can use our data to market a generic for 5 years. If we do pediatric studies, we get an additional 6 months, and it blocks a generic competitor from even applying till that's over, and it takes FDA at least 6 months to review the application. So the way it's different than a patent is that some other company, if they wanted to generate their own data, they could do that. It doesn't block anybody from doing anything, but since it'll take 5 or 6 years and well over $100 million for somebody to make their own data for MDMA for PTSD, we don't think that they'll do that, and so we'll have this probably 6 years. In Europe, it's 10 years of data exclusivity. So I think that there's been not enough attention paid to this idea of incentives that have been created for drugs that are off patent or for uses that are in the public domain. There are process patents that are for how you make the drugs, but in general, I think they're more of an illusion of value. I think investors like to see that, but there's so many different inventive chemists that could figure out different ways to make things, and that even if you have optimized the cost of and reduced it to make it in some way, most of the cost of this treatment is going to be to the therapists, not to the drug. And so maybe you have a marginally different cost structure if you make it, and you've patented some production processes, but I don't think it's actually that significant when it comes to the patients and to the insurance companies.